We've got the football in focus, teed up indoors on Battleground. Moving on to round 3, I think it is, our third round of golf here this evening with Enad Haddad on the NFL. Carolina Panthers, will Frank Reich and his coaching staff be back for the Panthers next season? Will they finish out this season?
I think since they have the rookie quarterback that they'll finish out.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about that. I think he'll probably be back.
You think he'll be back? Some of the coaching staff will probably be gone though, right?
They got to do something.
Yeah.
But I think they want to keep stability for the quarterback. So.
Tell you what, they had Frank calling the plays early. Turns over to Thomas Brown. He takes it back. That's kind of strange too in some ways.
It's not a good look.
It does. It looks like the panic mode. They're pushing that panic button.
It's not a good look.
Yeah, tough. Let me ask you this: Panthers versus Cowboys. More Cowboy fans than Panther fans?
Yes.
A lot of tickets being sold to some Cowboy fans out front and online, I guess.
A lot of Cowboys fans in this area.
Oh yeah.
From back in the day.
Panthers Cowboys at Dallas on Thanksgiving Day a few years back. Panthers pummeled the Cowboys. Luke Kuechly picked one off, took it back all the way. That was just a fun game to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Go out and play a game that morning, come back, watch him.
That's one of my
favorite
favorite
in
things.
the afternoon, and that's something.
We got a game next week.
Yep, 1 week from today, in the daylight. Panthers hosted the Cowboys 1997. Panthers 26, Cowboys 17 in the playoffs. That was a whale of a game back then. That was a big turning point in that season too, to win that playoff game.
Yeah, I remember that game. I'm a Cowboys fan, and it bothered me. But that was towards the tail end of Dallas
going down at that time after being so good for so long.
I don't know. Did Michael Irvin get hurt in that game or something?
Yeah, they had some problems.
Yeah.
Big problems. Right now in the overall series, Panthers and Cowboys going back over the years, Panthers are 5-10 versus Cowboys all the time. You think this will be a big day, a busy day for the Panthers? Keep this guy loose, and like Mike had mentioned about getting your players ready for the game, keep them lathered up. Got to keep Johnny Hecker ready.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day for him, possibly.
It's going to be a long day.
Got to keep. He's supposed to be the best, so hey, show us what you got Sunday. Broncos Bills from Monday night. Broncos beat the Bills. Bills beat themselves. How about it? 12 men on the field late in the game. Had the field goal, missed it. Had to kick it again, made it. Wow, you don't see that from professional teams at all. Middle school teams, maybe. Sometimes even high school teams. 12 men on the field.
I think it's a microcosm of their organization right now. Just maybe they've gotten ahead of themselves. They have all this talent, but can't, But they did fire the coordinator, and Denver's playing better. Denver just beat Kansas City. We need to give them credit.
Denver's playing better for real.
They put themselves in.
I guess Russell Wilson's kind of found some reinvigoration this year.
Yeah, it takes time, new coach, new coordinators to get going.
Josh Allen said it was his fault when Dorsey got fired. He blamed it on himself. And
I respect that.
Yeah. He took the axe, I guess you say, the knife. The Browns 6-3 versus Steelers 6-2 this week, and the Brown fans are saying they should have kept Josh Dobbs. Is making the Vikings rolling. What about Josh Dobbs? Could have been the Browns quarterback ready for this week.
I think I'm going to take the Steelers here.
I am too, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that running back Warren they've got is really playing well. You got Warren and also Najee Harris. Those two guys together remind me of the old days.
Yeah, they complement each other well.
The old Harris and the Blyer guy when they were running together.
Yeah, or even Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard last year.
Good point for the Cowboys, yeah. You don't see that much in running games.
Last year's Dallas running backs.
Yeah, 2 running backs doing it right now. What about Dobbs, though? He keeps getting it done,
It's amazing. It's one of the great stories of the NFL.
The Vikings are just looking at that going, hey, we're pretty good here right now. Kirk Cousins, they're talking about shipping Kirk Cousins out to another team now.
Yeah.
He may be moving on someplace else. You think Houston Texans fans are calling to bring back Deshaun Watson now?
No.
Not at all, right? No. What about C.J. Stroud? I've got him down as Rookie of the Year,
For sure.
Player of the Year, and maybe Most Improved Player of the Year. He could win all 3 awards.
Yeah, he's done well.
What about the job that guy's doing?
Yeah, he's got a good staff, and he doesn't turn over the ball necessarily, and he got a lot of flack pre-draft about some tests and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But he always had pocket presence and a cannon.
One thing about that I heard about, too, I heard at one time prior to the draft, the Texans were trying to make a deal with the Panthers where the Texans could draft Bryce Young.
I believe that.
They wanted to get Bryce Young with the Texans.
I believe
when
that.
the Panthers moved down to number 2, they would get Stroud in number 2, plus they would have got somebody else from the Texans. Looking back on that now, hindsight's pretty good vision.
I wonder if you flip-flop situations what the deal would be, though, which would Bryce Young be doing well, you know.
Right, maybe with a different staff, different group of linemen.
Yeah.
And maybe his linemen are supposed to be good, though. Man.
Yeah.
Kid from State, 2 kids from State offense, they were supposed to be better after 1 year experience. But the offense is different, though, too, for the Panthers. Different type of offense right now. What about Foreman last week hitting 80 yards in the Panthers and the Bears?
He called it.
That had to hurt.
Yeah.
You could almost feel the pain.
Yeah.
I talked to the team chaplain. He was in Chicago for that game. He said, boy, it's inside the office, things are still good.
Oh, good.
Inside of the camp there. It said outside the camp, you know it's not good outside the camp. But inside the camp, they're all sticking together and taking one for the home team right now.
Yeah.
Trying to battle. Tonight, Ravens and Bengals. That's a good matchup. Ravens, Lamar Jackson. You got the Bengals. Joe Burrows kind of found it again. What about it? But they got beat last week by that field. Everybody got beat by field goals last week.
Where's the game at?
I think it is at the Bengals. I'm not for certain, but it's a big game in that division.
I'm going to go Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals need to win.
I could see either one of them.
Well, Lamar Jackson kind of found himself again, too.
Yeah.
He was on the trade block in the season.
Yeah.
Heck of a trade. What about the Panthers this coming Sunday? Any chance at all to win this game Sunday?
Maybe.
What would they need to do to win it, you think?
Run the ball.
Just hit it back to Chuba Hubbard again?
Sustaining drives, run the ball, play a little defense. Mm-hmm. Maybe kick a field goal in the end. Have everything go their way.
Yeah.
Turnovers.
I tell you, Dallas is a tough breed, though. Some Sundays.
Are they playing in Carolina, right?
Playing at the Panthers.
Well, you could have a blowout against the Giants. They come here, they're a little off. Mm-hmm. Earlier game. Mm-hmm. You never know.
I know Scott Holland, I think, has his tickets up for sale.
Yeah.
He's got his on the block there for
sale. I heard that.
Other NFL news you can share with us these days? Anything else brewing in the NFL that's really hot right now?
Well, there's been so many star quarterbacks gone, and I think 10 rookies have started.
Yep.
So you have your haves and have-nots, and a lot of the over and unders are so low. It's like 36, 37, 38, where it used to be average be 44, 46.
Yeah. And the one thing about the Panthers is they're playing terrible, but, last week Chicago, they got beat 16-13. You look back at the score, it's a 3-point game.
Yeah.
And they had that one possession toward the end where they had a chance maybe to tie the game or maybe win the game. That's a low scoring game.
I thought they were going to win that game, and I thought Chicago's defense is not too good.
No, they're not. And they've got a quarterback I don't think nobody's heard of. And these quarterbacks.
Well, Justin Fields is back.
He's back now?
Mm-hmm. That star running back from Texas A&M, A-Chain, is back from Miami. Mm-hmm. They kind of went down without him, so we'll see.
The running backs.
Philly and Kansas City, who you got?
Philly and Kansas City? Boy, I'd have to go with Kansas City. I think Philly's due for another loss because they only got one. They got to balance this thing out somewhere. Yeah. But Jalen Hurts is still getting the job done.
I did hear an interesting nugget. I don't know what year it was, but at some point in the NFL, you can only make one forward pass per drive.
Is that right?
In the whole drive.
One forward pass.
You just got one.
Could you pass in the backfield, though?
Yeah, I'm sure you could pitch it.
But a
forward pass.
Yeah,
one forward pass for the drive.
But, the pass in the backfield, if you throw behind the lines, you well know it's considered a run instead of a pass.
No, forward pass.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
For the drive, not the series.
Right. Here's my nugget for you this week. I'm glad I remembered to mention this to you. It was back about in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s. They used to have a Ben Crosby Pro-Am out at Pebble Beach in California. Remember that Pro-Am golf Ben Crosby tournament? His wife, Catherine Crosby, put on every year. Anyway, they moved that to Bermuda Run over near Clemens, near that way 1 year. Moved it over here 1 year. So I went to that golf tournament that year. I follow golf as much as I can. I don't go out and go every day or every week or whatever, like the great people here at See Up Indoors do. Anyway, went over to that golf tournament. It was at Bermuda Run. They put us on a bus, drove us into the golf course. It was great, very accommodating. Got to my little recorder. I had a brand new recorder. I was kind of doing the radio thing. I'm going to grab all these stars. I'm going to get these guys interviews. So I'm going out interviewing Dean Smith, interviewing Mike Ditka. Yeah, while they're playing.
Wow.
They're supposed to meet them up in the press room later. I thought, I only got them out on the course live. So got Dean Smith, Mike Ditka. Got one guy was Jim Lang. Remember the dating game years ago?
Yes.
Jim Lang. Jim, what do you think about getting this guy dating? Never get that guy's crazy. That guy's a bug. He was great. But the wildest one of all, I think, and cut it short or long or whatever, Fran Tarkenton was there. Remember Fran?
Yes.
He was a Monday Night Football guy for a while.
Loved him.
Very good announcer, good quarterback. Asked Fran Tarkenton a question. I said, Fran, what do you think about this? He didn't even respond verbally. He just did this. I went, good
wow,
Lord, that guy
really?
just chewing tobacco on my foot. He was chewing a big chaw of tobacco.
Wow.
And Fran turned and goes, I said, Fran, what do you think about this? He goes, I said, man, I looked at my shoe. I got chewing tobacco on my shoe from Fran Tarkenton spitting on me.
Yeah, wow.
Pretty crazy. But Fran, of all people, I wouldn't have thought that guy would be chewing tobacco anyway.
Yeah.
You see him on TV on those real nice upbeat shows.
He's a very conservative guy politically.
Yeah. He had that one show one time with
Believe It or Not, or Miracles or something.
Yeah. He and two of the hosts. That was a very good show.
Yeah.
Here's this guy chewing tobacco on my foot. I mean, that brown stuff is kind of, I'm thinking, this is it. Yeah. Well, Dean Smith was pretty, because Dean would be behind a tree. If you didn't watch out, Dean sneak behind a tree, and Dean would be over there working that cigarette.
Yeah, really?
Behind a tree.
I didn't know he smoked.
He did. Most people didn't know it. Dean's,
wow.
Yeah.
Really?
During the basketball game, he
idea my whole life.
People got the back door at the ball games and then find a spot outside during the game
amazing.
and get a quick smoke in.
The team would have to leave the locker room so he could smoke.
Yeah.
Wow.
He'd sneak out the back door or find that behind a tree and light up a smoke for sure back in the day. Interesting stuff. But the Fran Tarkenton story was one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
Yep. Well, excellent job always.
Thank you, Andy.
See you again.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
See you Thursday morning.
Okay.
10, 9:30.